this matchup. The Buckeyes ready to put toe to leather, and here we go.
Damn, we got a small-ass student section.
That's not what he had in mind, and they'll give up good field position as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Makes the pass. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? The first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Love to see this on offense early in drives. Getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
As Holly mentioned earlier, this home crowd can create a huge advantage. Wants to throw on third down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Shoot, quick toss to the right. Smashes him with the stiff arm. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Man, you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. They can make plays. They can run people over. They can now run around people. So nice to have these tight ends.
Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. The run inside. It's Jackson. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done, Palmer.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. Using his feet. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
The Buckeyes are marching down the field. On the run, it's Jackson. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Across the 15. Got enough space. Touchdown, Ohio State. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And it really doesn't matter what play call this offense does. Like first possession, 3 and out, obviously struggled. This one right here, nothing on the ground. The offensive line has to do a better job. They got to be better up front, whether they want to run it, whether they want to throw it. It's got to start with the offensive line.
Maybe a crease. Inside the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown USC. Rolled his way into the end zone.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. It didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but
oh, they blocked the extra point. They wasted no
Come on,
time
man.
on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return.
Yeah, because my running back not fast for real. But I feel like I got a block extra point or block stuff field goal damn near every game.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Say it. And it's incomplete.
Finally.
If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass. It's Sayin. Rushes on him. And down he goes.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. Here comes the heat.
Catchy!
He was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational.
You can't
dominant.
catch that.
This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
He's going to get loose. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. These two teams swapping early scores, and they'll try to move back on top, starting the drive down 7-6. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Got a man, it's Bowman. Makes a grab and room to run. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You throw it to them and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Keeping it on the ground inside.
What the way?
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be.
I literally
you could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Right back to the well. They throw it in reverse as that's the final play here in the first period. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. The option look. He'll try to get to the marker himself. They stop it.
That's
again.
wider.
Not only
That's
that,
wider.
they've made this 4th down that much harder. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Right down the boulevard. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Coming out with it, it's Rodgers. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Nine-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, and there you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that, Reese. That's pretty normal for them.
They've built their entire program around it. Archie Griffin, two-time Heisman Trophy winner. Go back to Hopalong Cassidy. I mean, the Buckeyes love to run the ball, no matter how many times they spin the magic beat. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Might be calling a hot route. Shakes off the defender. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end. And the Buckeyes headed quickly to the line.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
They'll give him 4 on the pickup.
How does stiff arm push me off the
That's a really nice play. It's impressive.
Game.
Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They get him down after he makes the catch.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. He'll take it himself. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays, and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
Here's Julian saying to throw. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Makes the grab down the middle.
I should have just committed. I thought he was rotating over though.
They add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved.
I'm actually timing it.
But they saw
I
the
can't
matchup,
block
took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass, it's Mayava. Fires to the wideout. Complete to Williams over the middle. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
He makes it look so routine out there, just plucking passes in this offense. When you think about the success the Trojans have had offensively in the past and certainly in more recent times, it always feels like there's got to be at least one receiver in this offense in the discussion for best in the country. This guy, I think, can be that.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. It's Jordan. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Unloads to the right. And
Oh my God.
Long shot.
When you see him there taking the shot, I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run.
Yeah, no
Safeties
pressure.
and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell in.
Catch and stride inside the 15. They're able to ride him down, but not before he has flipped the field with a huge pickup on the play, and now they are set up coming out of the 2-minute timeout. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. To the air, it's Mayava. Complete. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Running inside, it's Jackson. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making adjustments. Say it. Oh, they're after him. It's complete to the right. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Motion from the wide receiver. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Say it. He's got him. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Sayin. Pocket breaking down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's Sayin to throw. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Saying back to the air. He'll off one deep down the left side. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Making side adjustments here. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with the Washington Huskies taking on the number 5 team, the Texas Longhorns. And it's Washington with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. It gets them to 4-1 on the season, and it's got to be looked at as a solid start.
So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hope. Snags it, and there's running room. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO.
There's a little room there. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And finally, we see a nice game. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can get this thing going and get back in this football game.
Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. The run inside. It's Jackson. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. The Buckeyes want to move quickly.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my...
There he goes. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. And the Buckeyes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Touchdown, Buckeyes! With that, they grab the lead here in the second half.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about his running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Well, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. And the offense will take that penalty and move a little bit closer. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs them up. It's 1st and 15. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jordan. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Makes the catch. It's Mosley. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. To the air, it's Mayava. Under fire. Going for the big play. Intercepted, number 19.
That nigga can catch his kids.
Down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to win the field position with the return.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Running inside, it's Jackson. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. He now has 80 yards rushing in this one and within striking distance of a 1,000-yard season.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
They go right back to him. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
They'll need to get the ball to the 34 to convert this 3rd down. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
Fighting off the defender. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And I've never met an offensive player who said, no, we don't want to go for it on 4th and 1. 4th and 1 is a great situation for the offense. You got to get 1 yard. You practice it all the time. You got to be physical. Go out and get it. They did a good job going out and getting that 1 yard.
The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Jackson. Might have a chance. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
The Buckeyes back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll run it. It's Jackson. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape. So the offense definitely taking care of their business.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Using his legs, it's Jordan. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. To throw, it's Mayava. He's taking the shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
We got a close game here in the 3rd quarter. You're seeing momentum shift right now for the defense. The last drive out, they gave up a touchdown. This drive, though, they've now forced a 3 and out. They've done an outstanding job, and you can see them now playing with more confidence.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Picks up the first down. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
You know, in the modern era of college football, with everybody throwing it, it becomes harder and harder for running backs to put up big-time numbers. With that last carry, though, this guy's got 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Running the red zone, it's Jackson. Could be an alley. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. And the Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Buckeye! Excellent pass by the back on the option. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the 4th.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's shown it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Right back to him on the ground. Turning it on. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Trojans with the 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Mayava. He's going to fire deep.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would love to have some of these runs and have a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
They'll move the wide receiver. And back to the air on second down. Quarterback moving. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a 4th down.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. 1 touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
And the Trojans will send out the punt unit. Hauls it in, looking for space. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. How good have they been the last couple of drives? Took a close game, turned it into a blowout, and they have the football back. Lots of running room. At the 20. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from
Like
this whole crowd.
he's a basic
he
fucking
can go
runs.
the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Smith. Plows through the defense. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound, no matter who gets the football. We're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the...
There, got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And nobody get off the fucking
And
box.
the punishment has been extended. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one as a return to stop short of the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds. The Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. To the air, it's Mayava. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the 4th quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
Looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Moves around to clear up the vision. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on down.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Jackson. Wildcat look didn't get much, picked up a few on that one.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Back has it. Across, got some room, headed to the goal line. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether
Fucking
they've been running the
ranking me.
football, whether
So we
they've
not getting off blocks.
critical down and distances, situationally all up and down
Like,
the
that shit's
field.
crazy.
This defense has had no answer for these
That's
guys.
fucking crazy.
What an impressive performance by the Oak.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Trojan offense, ready to go on the attack. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Just feeds the running back. Good surge up front. Give him 4 out to the 18. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the back. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Looking to the big tight end. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Complete in the middle. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Throwing, say it. Got a man in the middle.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Here's the pressure. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down
Still
and
ain't
just
catching
couldn't
shit.
get it to the receiver.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring. And the defense better do something about it.
And he made the extra point without problem. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He'll they'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. RPO complete to open the drive. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Dropping back, it's Maava. Pressure coming. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of...
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Great place to start for this offense. They want to run this quarterback. Got a little grass. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
I'll tell you what, dude, in today's football, I'm not starting a team without a guy that can do that at the quarterback spot. You see it. He hits the gas, pulls it down quickly, and just goes. Whether he's reading something, whether he's throwing, he is always a threat to run the football. He completely changes the way you play defense.
Well, they lose a lot of yards trying to run that jet sweep with the wide receiver. And at this point, don't you want to just turn around and hand it off to your big physical running back?